Farnsworth Files. This is a review of Wayward Pines, airing on Fox Thursday nights. Also can catch it on Hulu Plus, which is where I'm watching it. Matt Dillon, Secret Service agent, sent to Idaho to investigate the disappearance of other agents, so he thinks at the beginning. Apparently the victim of a car crash wakes up in the town of Wayward Pines, Idaho, where there's evidence that the agents he's been looking for have been there, and the partner that he was with on the search also has been in an accident and killed. Begins to find out this is not like any other town. Things are very strange. People don't talk the way they usually do. He's warned by a woman at the bar that things aren't what they seem. They can know more and find out about her and find her at a particular house. He goes to the house. There's a body of a tortured agent. So things are not as they seem in Wayward Pines. He tries to get out of Wayward Pines. He finds out that it's surrounded by a barrier wall, warnings of death if you go beyond it. That's the end of the first episode. Major characters are himself, one of the agents. He's trying to find an agent with whom he's cheated on his wife and had an affair. Is living there, living a normal Wayward Pines life, normal anyway, with a husband there. Who's played by Reed Diamond. Carla Gugino is the agent, and finding out that a little bit more in each episode. We also see that back in the real world, a character who is supposedly a hospital doctor in Wayward Pines is talking to his supervisor in the Secret Service. The supervisor is asking him if it's too late to call things off, but it is. So in the second episode, we see him moving further with the woman who's trying to tell him the deep, dark secrets of Wayward Pines. That's Juliette Lewis. And they put on a brave front, go to dinner at Carla Gugino and Reed Diamond's house. And one of the rules that we're introduced to in this second episode is don't talk about your past life. Interestingly enough, Juliette Lewis's past life seems to have landed her in Wayward Pines shortly after the 1960s, the anti-war era. So apparently this has been going on for some time. There's a lot of elements here. It has kind of a Cold War feel to it. That's kind of where I thought it was. It's based on a series of books, 3 novels. But those are fairly recent, and not particularly, as far as I could tell, from the Cold War in terms of setting. So it's hard to put a finger on it. Some people call it Twin Peaks-like. Reminds me more of The Prisoner, but a lot darker, kind of a Twilight Zone feel to it. There's a character, the sheriff seems to be the biggest manipulator of things. We find out when Juliette Lewis violates the don't talk about your life before rule of Wayward Pines, that the sheriff can bring very swift and very certain punishment. We also see that in the crowd, seeing the punishment, there are those who are all for it. Yeah, she's getting what she deserves. Some who are torn, some are obviously doing it because that's what they need to do to survive themselves. So it's being very well directed, so far very well crafted, and worth watching. It continues on Fox on Thursdays and on Hulu Plus. Give it a look. See more on the Farnsworth Files on dailyfly.com.